And welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with T.I. McLeod. We're getting really close to the next anniversary. I don't know if y'all keep track of what day it is, or what the number is. But 365 days in a year, and I've been playing, I don't know, straight forever now. So if you look at my little resupply thing here, I'm at, almost coming up to 2,885 days. So, did you know it's 8 years at 2,920? So, we're pretty darn close. Anniversary is upon us. And, that means more cool things like a cool CP store for 5-star characters. Just as one incentive. They usually have all kinds of events and stuff too. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they have this year. Usually the featured store has like 3 awesome 5-star characters within it. Speaking of which, you guys been looking at Shang-Chi at all? If you remember my poll video for him, I did pretty decently well. Sort of just the 5 stars. He's obviously at the bottom, but I got, more covers for Shang-Chi than I did for Electro. Sometimes they don't all turn out the same way. Like, you've seen my Colossus get champed and my Null get champed, and sometimes the character gets champed when they leave. It's great stuff. But you can see down here that Electro did not. Ronin more than likely will not be. Yellow Jacket didn't. But anyways, from what I've seen of Shang-Chi so far, Shang-Chi seems to be the option for people who want another match damage person. They do more and more damage based on their combo, and it's a fun little trait. I don't think it's going to be meta anytime soon, but at the same time, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Seems like they thrive based on things that will up match damage, which is implied when he makes charge tiles, because charge tiles hit for 3 times harder than regular tiles. So he's doing increased match damage, and just remember that increased match damage gets multiplied times 3 for each charge tile, because that's just how charge tiles work. So seems like Shang-Chi could be pretty good if you make a team to support making red and purple matches all the time, keep the combo rolling, and throw in some charge tiles just to make sure he doubles down, or triples down in this case. Anyways, I don't have a giant full synopsis on him, but that's what I've gathered on him so far in my limited play experience. Today's video is more about, did you see that, by the way? The Hydra Stomper? It's kind of cool. So, if you didn't know, you should watch the first episode of What's If on Disney Plus. The one that features Peggy. Right there. It's kind of ironic. But yeah, Hydra Stomper is in there in that first episode. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it seems pretty cool. It's almost like the people who made the show are like, oh, hey, Marvel Puzzle Quest, you made us a character? Let us make one for you now. So they did a little character exchange. Anyways, I don't know much about what Hydra Stomper is going to be like yet. I'm sure we could probably take a look. We could go here, click there. See? Look at that, the Hydra Stomper, inspired by Marvel's whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Let's take a look real quick. Why not, right? Let's see. 8 yellow. Convert 2 basic tiles of the enemy's team weakest color to strength 41 protect tiles. 2 basic tiles of the enemy team's weakest color to strength 41. Oh, I see. So they basically, the enemy, because it's always controlled by the AI, will have almost no reason to go and aim for them. Because if you put stuff on the strongest enemy colors, sure, it's like if it's Hulk and you put him on green, right? It takes away from his green passive because that's how it's designed. But in this case, since they're on the weakest, you're likely to keep your protects longer. Let's see, passive. Hydra Stomper cannot be stunned And if Peggy Carter is an ally, neither can... Oh! Dang! That's pretty cool. Now, this is obviously a 4-star character. So if you have Peggy with you, who's also a 4-star character, that's 2 characters in your team that can't be stunned. That's pretty awesome. Add in the fact that Peggy can stun 2 out of 3 enemy, players at any time. Well, not at any time, but you know what I mean, with enough blue. That's pretty awesome. Let's see, at max level, converted 3 to projectiles. It seems like the ability that it doesn't matter which level you have it at. You really want it just for the can't be stunned thing. And you get that at 3, 4, or 5. Let's see. Oh, a passive ability. This means you probably want it at max, right? Let's see. First time the Hydra Stomper makes a non-team up match each turn. Destroy 1 friendly and enemy AP in that color and create a 3-turn countdown tile that generates 4 AP in that color. So you're sacrificing an AP, but also getting rid of the enemy's AP of that color. And at the same time, generating a countdown that makes AP in the same color of the tile. If the match was made against a villain, the countdown tile generates 5 AP instead, so it goes up a little bit more. Let's see what it does at 5. Destroy 2 friendly and enemy AP in that color. Creates a 2-turn countdown that generates 6 AP of that color. That's really good, because you just make a match, and it does that. The match was made against a villain, a countdown makes 8. That's crazy. That's really good. Yeah, I can see putting it at 5 because it makes it a 2-turn countdown, and you get 6 AP or 8 if it's a villain. That's pretty darn cool. I wonder if you make that 3rd character with you someone that plays with countdowns, like, I don't know, Coulson or something like that, because you're getting 2-turn countdowns. He could also bank on that and get you more AP for your buck. And then Stomp. 10 green. It's a little pricey nowadays, but we'll see. Destroy 4 random enemy basic or team up tiles. Random enemy. Wait. Are you for real? I'm looking for the wording here. 4 random enemy tiles? When it says enemy tiles, keep in mind that's like countdowns, obviously, repeaters, anything the enemy owns. That's kind of huge. That's not just strikes, protects, and attacks. That's also countdowns. That's also repeaters. That's really neat. Anyways, getting rid of 4 for the cost of 10 is pretty awesome. For us this turn, any new black tiles that fall are 3-turn countdown tiles that deal 185 damage. What? Let's up this. Destroy 9 random. What? It goes from 4 to 9? Dang. Okay, and it makes them into 2-turn countdowns that deal more damage. Wow. Let's see. New black tiles that fall. I see a domino pairing in there. It's kind of fun. That's real interesting. There's a couple different combinations you can make here. These abilities kind of, yellow's a little, obviously wants to use team with Peggy, right? Blue sits there saying that, hey, I want you to have a countdown friend with you. And then green is like screaming out for like someone like Domino, someone to put more blacks on the screen. Well, they had to fall, so it probably has to be Domino to take advantage of that. Of course, Okoye or APOC, could always boost the damage per tile, which is always fun. Well, it seems like a pretty cool character. It doesn't seem to be like any Polaris, of course. Who is but Polaris? But yeah, neat. Okay. Oh yeah, I was looking here. In the universe, Steve Rogers, blah, blah, blah. In this universe, he was injured and still must fight Hydra in a suit of armor created by Howard Stark. Here, he's called the Hydra Stomper. Neat. Cool. Anyways, that's a little diversion. I wasn't expecting to go all the way for that, but I saw it there. Might as well take a look at it, right? What we're here for is my Crash the Titans I have to do. It's going to be like expiring, like, I don't know, 7 hours, almost 8 hours there. Let's do it. Quicksilver. Not cheating. He's not a 555 like some of these have been recently. He's a 444. He's totally legit. Quicksilver's never been meta, never been overly dangerous, but when he did come out, it was noted, like, wait a minute, you got this guy that passively can do team damage? I know that sounds laughable nowadays because there's characters like, oh, I don't know, Immortal Hulk that passively do team damage, and there's other ways to get team damage rather commonly. But when Quicksilver came out, that was unheard of. And you're saying, oh, I only have to match 4 blues? Well, let me think of ways to make blues. And, you know, you'd start to think of ways to get that going. Like Ragnarok, for example, for 6 red, he puts out extra blues on the grid. 2-star Magneto's purple would make you some blues out there, which would guarantee some matches. You could also play into the fact that to really make it work, you just need to lock tiles, because it's just played on the fact that you have locked tiles that makes his blue passive work. So you could do things with like Invisible Woman or even Bagman. As long as you lock the prerequisite tiles, he'll do his passive damage. Now, of course, it's a lot of work to get that running nowadays. Team damage comes a lot easier, but back when he was new, it was pretty cool. Like, it was something to aim for. His blue is a nice little jab of damage, so is the green. They both do different things. Green adding another lock tile to the board, whereas the black lets you swap tiles. And that, once again, that was another thing that people coveted. It was even handy against Caecilius, because he's a 3-star, in other words, a low tier tile swapper, to help you get some of those necessary strike matches in against Caecilius. So, but Quicksilver's never been meta. He's never done tons of damage. Obviously, you can boost it with other characters, but he just has his own little kit, and he kind of does his own little thing. Nowadays, he's kind of overlooked, but he still has a unique kit, really, when you break it down. Let's see where we're using to kick his butt. Ironically, the Invisible Woman. Or coincidentally? Yeah, probably coincidentally. Invisible Woman is like the OG 4-star. I mean, the definition of 4-star comes with Invisible Woman, X-Force Wolverine, Nick Fury. Those are like the first 3 4-stars, honestly. Invisible Woman's kit has changed a little bit over time, but it's primarily the same. Her yellow makes invisibility for herself, hence the Invisible Woman. She was the first character to have the invisibility power, and obviously she deserved it. But it was definitely more expensive than 7. It was so much more expensive. I can't remember how much more, but it was really hard to get rolling in her early days. Her blue was more expensive. Her green was definitely a lot more expensive. But the blue and green pretty much did a similar thing. It wasn't exactly the same, but the blue put out lock tiles, and it did do it locked like opponent stuff, so they couldn't use them. And then the green did like an explosion, and the more locked tiles you had out there, the more tiles that would explode and cause damage for. I can't remember all the logistics, all the numbers, but at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. It was so much work, so much AP cost, and you could have better plans, more thought out stuff with your 3-star squad than banking on 4-star Invisible Woman. The only thing that she had that others didn't have is, well, she was one of the first 4-stars, which meant she got to be one of the highest level characters you could get at the time. And, levels kind of, speak the truth. Levels are match damage, hit points, all that stuff. It is important after all. If you notice, I have her hearted right now. That's not because I like Invisible Woman that much. I'm actually just a couple levels off of getting some Doctor Doom, 5-star Doctor Doom shards. And after I get those 2 sets of shards, I'm done with Doctor Doom. He's champed. Like, woot! So it's kind of ironic that this is all coming together like this, or coincidental in this little Crash the Titans. So without further ado, let's go see if we can catch a Speedster. By the way, did you know this fight isn't just because there's lock tiles in between them? There was a comic. I don't read a ton of comics, okay? But I did read this one. There was a comic where there was kind of I don't want to say a civil war, but there was something like that going on. And the Fantastic Four were fighting against some other Avenger types. And at one point, Quicksilver and Invisible Woman got into it. And it was not good for Invisible Woman. Sure, she can go invisible, but she couldn't catch him with his powers. He's so fast. She couldn't dome him. She couldn't trap him that easily. And so he ended up killing her, literally killing her. I mean, it was a kind of a gruesome, more mature comic. But he killed her with if I remember correctly, an envelope. He basically ran circles around her and gave her 1,000,000 paper cuts until she bled out or basically stopped moving due to pain. And of course, I mean, the aftermath was Mr. Fantastic was obviously livid. But it was interesting, and I never saw someone use an envelope so deadly. It was kind of crazy. Invisibility time. Whoop. I'm trying to remember the name of that issue. It was some sort of like alternate universe story thing. Sorry if I teased a little too much, but so when fighting Quicksilver, if you're not aware, remember to match away these team-up tiles sometimes. The ones that are locked, you want to match them away so that, because once he gets 4 of them, then he can do his supersonic run thingy where he explodes them all and you go, ouch, that hurts. So he's got 4 of them out there. One more blue match by him or me, mind you. It doesn't matter who makes the blue match. As long as one of us does, he's going to go all supersonic on me. I guess I'll match that because I need to get rid of a team up. Oh, I got rid of some of my strikes. No fair. Oh, he got enough. See, only 2,000. I mean, it's a 3-star ability, 3-star character ability. I mean, they only have level 4 in it, let's be fair. And if they had 5, it'll be obviously worth more damage. It's and it's passive, so it's not as strong as something that you pay AP for. Oh, cool, I can finally use the green. I was waiting to do that just so you can kind of see all the moves. Force Field Crush. So there's less than 4 force bubbles on the board, so it's going to create 4 and deal some damage. We're going to win right here. So we're not going to get to see the explosion, but it's enough damage. Done. I mean, it's not like she sucks at her job. I would definitely take her over Talos. But, she's not the quickest. She doesn't have like a quick win plan. So she kind of needs her blue and her green to get things rolling. Odds are you have other characters that can use blue and green even more efficiently, like, I don't know, Vulture. So, anyways, that was the Crash of the Titans. I don't got anything else for you today, I'll be quite honest. I mean, there's nothing really much else going on right now. I'm just kind of waiting for Shang-Chi to jump into the latest store, so that way we can spend all my CP we've got stored up. I don't have a ton. I only have 15 right now. I don't know. Gotta slump again. I hope I run into a bunch more soon. I kind of need them. So, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll catch you guys, well, soon, I hope. Later.